right, so this is Jonathan Shirley with the Lead Center. So we're looking at entrepreneurship on campus because we're celebrating 125 years of the university. And so right away, we're starting off with taking algae and making juice out of it from what it looks like. I don't think that's what we're doing. But all right, so tell me just like, what's your name?
Okay.
And then what are we doing?
So I'm Sarah Semino. I'm a grad student in chemical engineering.
Okay.
I grow microalgae, Chlorella vulgaris, in order to take up CO2. So any sort of CO2 waste stream you have, instead of it going into the atmosphere, we can feed it to the CO2. The CO2 take it up because it's photosynthetic.
Okay.
And then you can harvest the CO2. Not CO2, sorry, the algae. And you can extract lipids to make oils and lubrications, or you can use it, if it's high in proteins, as a protein supplement.
Okay. So you can capture the CO2, which means it doesn't go up in the air.
It's photosynthetic, so it needs CO2.
It grows algae, which you can also use the algae.
Yep.
So you can use everything.
Essentially,
Almost.
and also you can use any sort of kind of wastewater stream that is high in nitrogen and phosphorus, because the algae also needs that to grow.
Okay.
So you can clean water, you can clean sort of any CO2 airstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so where could this experiment, which you're kind of tackling, where could you take that? Like, is there I'm going to take this and go do something with it?
The original idea was for a human space camp on Mars, cleaning the air cabin full of CO2. Humans breathe out CO2. It's got to go somewhere. Can't just build it up. You can also use any sort of industrial off gas that is high in CO2. You can also use it in wastewater treatment plants. These kind of wastewater treatment processes produce CO2 as an off gas.
Yeah.
And so if you can kind of capture that CO2 laden stream, feed it into the algae, you're not getting that CO2 into the atmosphere.
That's awesome. All right. Well, hey, thank you for talking for a couple minutes. Yeah. I'm glad it's not a juice. That seemed like a really bad idea. But this is great. All right. Hey, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.